President Donald J. Trump just released a historic speech. Everyone is crashing out about it. The libs are very upset, which is basically their modus operandi. It's what they do. It's what they do, everybody. It's incredible stuff. I don't know if they do anything other than get upset, but they've been very good at getting upset lately. So Donald Trump just finished his State of the Union speech. Everyone's saying it's historic. I waited to watch it live with you guys at the same time. All I know is that this is incredible. New iconic Trump frame just dropped. Dude, Trump has so much aura, it's unbelievable. They do it to him by accident. With this absolute dumb schmibbles in the background holding a little protest sign saying, "Black people rent apes." Honestly, the greatest thing I've ever seen. Getting absolutely frame-mogged by Donald J. Trump. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So, like, quite literally, it's incredible. Black people rent apes, according to the left. It's the greatest thing ever. I don't know what the left is doing recently with black people, but they've been, like, really mean to them. I'm not gonna lie. Gavin Newsom goes to a bunch of black people. He's like, "I'm just like you. I'm also retarded." It's crazy. I don't even understand how they're even functioning. Now, in order to protest the State of the Union, all right, they decided that they were going to do their own little gathering instead. This is literally the Democrat counter event to Trump's State of the Union speech.
I'm a mother. I am a physician, and I have a flag. And I am the proud representative for Oregon's 3rd Congressional District. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow. I defy Trump and his authoritarian project by standing in joyful, radical, peaceful resistance
She's just radically peaceful. Radically peaceful.
with the Portland Frog Brigade.
This is crazy. So this was their ultimate counter to Donald Trump. No one's gonna even pay attention to Donald Trump anymore. We got this going on. We're doing this instead.
I'm fresh out of an ICE prison in Minneapolis. I've been arrested 3 times by ICE over absurdity, over us being ourselves.
Yeah, sure, I buy that.
Over me singing songs like, "Hey, Mr. Tangerine Man, get rid of brown people for me. I'm Aryan white. There ain't no place I'm going to." And then also,
I'm not even kidding. This is real, by the way. This isn't like some bad play. This is literally the Democrat counter.
and he's not ready for primetime player ICE agents with 2 weeks of training come after me. I got arrested in Portland. I got arrested in Minneapolis in the last 3 weeks twice.
Sounds like this guy's a terrorist.
But they can't erase a movement, all right? What I went through is 1/1000th of a lot of marginalized people and what they have to go through, and those ICE...
That's not true, all right? The marginalized people that you're referring to are illegal invaders. They all need to get deported, all right? You, sir, are wearing panties for no reason.
Detention centers. And I want to tell you something right now. There's an announcement. Pumpkin Spice Satan is making his way to the State of the Union. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to rev up the show right now.
Yeah, except no one watched their show. No, literally no one. That's the craziest part of it all. Now, all I know about this thing is that Trump actually got a lot of guests to show up. A lot of guests to show up on his to the State of the Union, including the parents of Irina Zarutska, including Erica Kirk, including a lot of families of victims of violence perpetrated by the left. And yes, all migrant violence is leftist violence. All protest violence, it's all leftist violence. Repeat offenders that are violent because a woke judge keeps letting them out. That's all leftist violence. Remember, guys, both sides. It's both sides that are equally dangerous. And quite literally, it's unbelievable. So we're going to watch the State of the Union right now. We're going to watch the whole thing. It's going to be awesome. Apparently, it was incredible.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
All right. All right, let's go. America. Bro, I'm telling you, man, this guy Baron Trump is going to be Lisan El Gaib. You'll see. You're not ready.
Of the United States.
Hey.
Members of Congress and my fellow Americans.
All right, here we go.
Our nation is back.
Yeah!
Bigger, better, richer, and stronger.
He is right, by the way.
Before.
He's right. He's not wrong. There's a life in this nation right now. Right? A lot of people crying on the right also. So leftists obviously crying because they like illegal aliens.
In 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph.
That's right, liberty from those idiots.
In the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
That's right. We are free from the country that has Muslim rape gangs wandering the streets. We don't like Muslim rape gangs here, which is why we try to deport them.
When
the left is like,
last spoke at this
no, Mr. President.
Months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis.
True.
With a stagnant economy,
True.
Inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world.
He is right.
But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
He is right. Objectively, he is correct. Some argue he's not going hard enough and shit. That's fair. But he has cooked. Dude, look at the leftoid just sitting there gloomy.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not
I sure
going
hope
back.
not.
Today, our border is secure.
I love how it's so obvious that the left just hates the country.
Today, our border is secure. Our spirit is restored.
True.
Inflation is plummeting. Incomes
true.
are rising fast.
Also
the
true.
The roaring economy is roaring like never before.
Well, we have issues
and our
with the economy.
enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked.
That's
and
right.
America is respected again.
No more fats in the military.
Like never before.
No more fats. We use trans soldiers as suicide bombers. They're really mean, and they do a great job. Every military needs a couple of jihadis.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked,
that's right.
We now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
True. Actually, net negative migration for the first time in like a century in the United States.
In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
Chee! That's right. That's 0. 0. That's crazy.
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
Do not ban the dogs. I would pick dogs over anyone that would want to ban them, I'll have you know.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
W. Imagine not clapping
Last
for that.
year, the murder
Oh
rate
my
saw
God.
its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years.
Damn,
1900.
bro.
In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born.
That's
Substantially
crazy.
before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%.
This is true, and that's insane. Hey, there's Rubio. Marcus Rubius.
Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most
He's right.
states. And in some places,
This is an objective fact.
$1.99 a gallon. And when I visited,
I love that he's
the
just
great
forcing
state
the
of
left to
Iowa
hear
just
this.
a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
Well, and then the left doesn't want to celebrate that, right? They're the party for the working man, I thought. I thought they're the party for the people. They're trying to lower prices, right?
Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year.
Insane, dude.
And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem while at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both.
All right, let's deport all the illegals, and then there will be cheaper houses. More
And
houses
we are going
for
to
sale.
keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all
my God,
gaining.
the
Everybody's
Dow.
up, way
I'm not
up.
even thinking
In
of Jeffrey
4
Epstein right now.
long years, the last administration
I'm not
got
even
less
thinking
than
about
$1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
Yeah. And then the left be like,
Think
he
of
doesn't
it.
know how to
Much
make deals.
less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
True. Like he might be self-glazing,
A
but
short
he's
time ago,
correct.
we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. The
Straight
hottest.
facts. Not even close. He's completely right.
As thousands of new businesses are forming in factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up
You
by
mean
more
to
than
tell me if you deport all the
100,000
illegals that were taking our jobs, we'd get more jobs?
from our new
What?
friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
Our new friend, Venezuela. Yes. We just started seeing things the same way all of a sudden. That's crazy. We started
American
seeing
natural
things the
gas
same way.
production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill.
Base. Yeah, fuck the environment. I'm with you. I actually agree with this, by the way. True.
More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today.
Well, there are more Americans.
And 100% of all jobs created under my administration
were legal.
Have been in the private sector.
Yeah, that's right. W. Fire the useless government people.
We ended DEI in America.
Oh, hell yes, dude. Colossal W. Dude, we were so cooked a year ago. You know that?
We cut a record number of
True.
job-killing regulations, and in 1 year we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
I love how these guys are just so miserable.
And for all of these reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
Damn. $600,000 deported, still like 10 million here working. We gotta get rid of all of them. You know my stance. But look, Trump's been great. Not good enough. All right, we still need to get rid of the 10 million illegals.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking
Okay, dude.
me, please, Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing.
True.
But now we're winning too
guess.
much. And I say, no, no, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever.
Bro's
And to
just
prove
rubbing
that
their
point-
face in their
to
own
prove
shit
that
at this
point,
point.
here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come
Hey, that's nice. That's right, Canada. We took your game and we're taking your country. Sorry, Canada. I don't make the rules. We've defeated communism once again. Damn. Imagine loving our country. The left just hates our country, so it's so sad. Leftists being like, no, I wish we lost that hockey game because I hate our country. No,
Go
we're
ahead.
deporting illegal aliens. No, I hate it. No, but the illegal aliens are raping people. And as rape supporters of the left, this is so sad. I can only imagine they're pro-rape. I can only imagine. Imagine being such a sourpuss. These people, just miserable people.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
Wow. Oh my God, I love how he called them out and then they stood up. Oh, that's humiliating. No. Bro, they stood up after he called them out for not standing up. Oh, what a cuck. Bro, that's pretty bad.
They were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
That's right. Dude, you know, one thing you got to say about Trump does love our country. He loves our country a lot, you know? Like, he cares. The Secretary of Defense, Connor Hellebuck, not to be confused with the Secretary of War.
Think of it, 46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off, do you practice that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given and which has been given to many athletes over the years.
That's right,
When I say
baby.
many, not too many, like 12. It's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. Whoa! Dude, I love that we have a president that loves our country and respects our people and wants our people to feel honor for making our country better. You know, I love that. I know. You're not
Great
allowed to have
athletes
pride
have
for your
gotten
own
that.
country,
Very
according
great,
to the
best.
left, but I
And
do.
I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no. And every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you all. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
Man, that's pretty wholesome.
I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer
right.
version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles.
I'm sure we will. Maybe there will be less homeless people by then. Maybe Gavin Newsom will decide to stop telling black people, I can't read just like you.
And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
National Guard in L.A.? Oh, hell yes, dude. Oh, my God.
And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place, and now I've got them because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Strange things happen.
And I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
All right.
So this will be a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II.
Wow.
Serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his
Wow, that's incredible.
100th birthday.
Wow, dude. Thank God. That's incredible. You know, this dude lived to see America proud to be America again. You know, we lost a couple of good years over there. But he managed to live long enough to see America proud to be America. People actually want to go to the military and fight
buddy,
for our
you're
country.
a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there. Rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives.
Dude, and there were like leftoids being like,
as the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClamen
evil people
closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from.
Oh, my God.
It was Scott's first ever rescue mission. A young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Wow, dude. What a legend. These are heroes. Remember when Biden was celebrating people that chopped their dicks off walking into women's bathrooms? That's what Biden celebrated. Oh my God. Thank God.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
Wow, legendary, man. Absolutely legendary. Dude, there are seriously leftists sitting? Are you kidding me? This dude was dropping out of a helicopter in the middle of a storm, a historic storm, lifting 160 people out of, like, death? These people are sitting?
And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to
God.
inform you that
They're
I am
evil.
now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
Wow, deserved. Legend.
And I'd like to have the military aide to please come down and take care of the service. Military aide, thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much. From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation.
Yeah.
But now it's our turn. Together we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern.
My guy, you really have to start arresting people for being in the Epstein files.
The heroes who came
you
before
really
us,
have to start arresting
and
pedophiles,
that is
sir.
the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year.
Yeah.
Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
Yeah, the Republicans could have done better. They got to redo censuses in states, abolish sanctuary cities. Like, there's so much more to do.
All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts.
That's right. Never forget.
They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead.
Facts.
But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
Honestly incredible.
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
Based. No, he's so real for that one. He really is. Incentivize American work.
Recently in Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children. Beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
That's incredible. That's awesome.
Megan, please
the
stand up.
Diddy-crats
We're
are not
fighting
happy
for you,
about this
Megan.
because they want to indoctrinate your children. They're like, no, we don't want you to be able to be a homeschool mom. We want you to put your children in our school so we can groom them effectively.
We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts.
That's right.
And I didn't name it. I did not name it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did
I
it,
did
Mr.
not
President.
name that.
Yeah. All right, dude. Whatever you say.
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row. Nice
Wow,
man,
that's
a good
crazy.
man. Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6,250 million to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million
Insane.
American children. They're great people. You know, I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school, and I made computers, and I'd sell them to people, and I just kept selling and selling and selling, and pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops, so I congratulate him on that, but I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
All right.
So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more.
Pretty sure Michael Dell and Brad Gerstner are Jews. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be controversial or anything.
Or by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to trumpaccounts.gov, trumpaccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started. And now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule.
Oh my God!
And the S&P hit 7,000.
You know what?
Wasn't
Maybe
supposed to
Epstein
do
did
it for
kill
many
himself.
years.
Good point. I didn't
With
consider
tariffs.
this. Yeah,
I
tariffs
used
made a
these
difference.
tariffs, took
Tariffs
in
made a
hundreds
difference.
of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows
True.
it.
They
Even
were,
the Democrats
quite literally.
know it. They just don't want to say it.
They're scared to admit
and
it.
yet these countries
No, it's because
are
they have
now
this
happy,
empathy bug.
and so are we.
We need to
we
give
made
them
deals. The
infinite
deals were
free
all done.
things.
And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth, and the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly. And
True,
22
all the
Nobel
economists,
Prize
they were
winners
all
in
wrong.
Economics didn't.
The
They got
experts.
it totally wrong.
The experts were
They
wrong.
got it really wrong.
Oh, cinema.
And then just 4
That's
days ago,
beautiful.
an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court.
Yeah, losers.
It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate
Damn,
involvement.
bro.
So
That's right.
despite the
Cook 'em.
disappointing ruling, these powerful, country-saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace-protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without.
That's true.
Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative
You
legal
just bully them because
statutes.
we have the bigger dick.
And they
That's
have been
just how it
tested
works.
for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden
Yeah,
off
we
the
just
people
need
that
a-
I love.
We just need the next president to not be retarded.
Right? Moving forward, factories, jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America.
That's right. That's all you need to do. Every leader needs to put their country first. It's humiliating that the left doesn't believe that philosophy.
For decades before
We need
I
to
came
import.
along,
We need to import more Muslim rapists into our countries immediately. If we don't do it, America will fall. This is literally the left talking point.
we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone.
That's
They
right.
poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our
damn.
country. You allowed that to happen.
Yeah, that's
And
all on the left.
record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just
My
a
God.
speck of time. Now, the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word they just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing
That's
full
right.
well that they caused and created the increased
Yeah, they didn't
prices
care.
that all of our citizens had.
They
to
didn't care about
endure. You
affordability
caused
when they
that
were
problem.
flooding our country with
You
retards.
caused that problem.
True. He's right. He's completely right. No standing ovation for the left for that one. I wonder why.
They knew their statements were a lie. They knew it. They knew their statements
They
were
caused the
a dirty,
crisis.
rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our
True.
policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward.
He's right.
The price of eggs is down 60%.
Thank
you.
That's true, by the way.
The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while. We're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of
That's
the
right,
Unaffordable
dude.
Care Act.
Take it to their
Sometimes
face.
referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people.
That's right.
With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%.
That's right, Mr. President.
Like nothing else.
Cook those frauds.
That's why I introduced the great health care plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost.
I mean, dude, you just saw what happened in England. All right, there was a 97-year-old woman in England that broke her hip, and they left her on the floor for 10 days until the ambulance came, and she was dead by then. That's what socialized healthcare does. This is insane. God,
in addition,
I hate
my
communism.
plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal. Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened. And now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before.
Oh, this is insane. Trump RX is crazy. And remember, the insurance companies
tried to do it,
and pharma, they fund the left.
They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk.
He's right.
And no action.
Right. They all said, we're going to lower prices. We're going to lower prices. They didn't lower anything. They literally work with the pharmaceutical companies. Of course, they're not lowering prices. They just lie, and people eat it up. It's like Zoran Mamdani saying he's going to make free buses. Of course he's not.
But I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere. The lowest price.
That's right. And dude, how is the left not clapping for this? They hate us so much. They hate our country and they hate our people. They just want power.
Should be my third term. But strange things happen. I took prescription drugs,
strange
a very
things
big part
have
of
happened.
healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
Yeah, all right, dude. If you say so, okay.
And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big, Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged onto the Trump RX website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500, a reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
Wow. That's awesome. Like, dude, the left is literally not clapping for cheaper drugs for sick people. Like, this is comically evil.
So now I'm calling.
Oh, no, it's because the left doesn't believe in having children, right? My bad, I forgot.
So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing I'm not sure it matters, because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it.
They would. They hate us that much.
Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory, so that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity. It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years.
All right.
Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership.
True.
With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes.
That's amazing. That's incredible, right? I agree, by the way. Like, absolutely.
And now
Sorry,
I'm asking
BlackRock.
Congress to
get out of here.
Make that ban permanent, because homes for people. Really,
but the thing is,
we want
the
homes
left
for
says that people can't afford homes, all right? And their solution is communism, where the government owns everything. And then it drives up the prices forever, all right? When the solution should actually be basic free market, except the giga companies shouldn't be able to buy private property. Like, this is unbelievable. These are actual tangible things that help society. And also deporting all the illegals would help.
People, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Rachel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon. We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year, as we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market. Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
God, he's so based for that. What? Look at the left. And now they all realize, oh, wait, hold up. We look guilty. wait. If we don't clap for this, we look guilty. Oh, no. And they're like, oh, wait, we have to stand. We have to stand.
They stood up
my
for
God.
that. I can't believe it.
Oh, he called them out.
I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here? Doubt it.
Cinema.
Pass the Stop
Cinema,
Insider
dude. Oh, my
Trading
God.
Act without delay.
Dude, I love this guy. He has so much aura. It's crazy. God damn. Bro. Dude, he shit-talked the hell out of them over there. That was beautiful.
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to
the bar is in
corruption
hell
that
for
is
the left.
It's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota.
Oh,
Members
shit.
of the
Somalis.
Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other
Wait, is
states
that Ilhan
are
Omar
even worse.
screaming in the background? Wait, hold up. I have to see this. Was Ilhan Omar screaming in the background when he was talking about Somalis? Yes? Okay, hold on. We have to find another angle. Wait.
This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are...
Bro, there's no way. There's no way. On the camera pans to her when he
We'll
says
balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery...
The camera pans to her. Oh, my God. Dude, absolute cinema. She's just seeing bananas and rice floating in front of her eyes right now.
Corruption and lawlessness
True.
are the norm, not the exception.
True, that's right, y'all are
Importing
pirates.
these cultures through unrestricted
IQ.
immigration and open borders brings those problems
Bro,
right
she's
here
like on the verge of
to
tears.
the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher
That's
medical
right.
bills, car insurance rates.
That's right. Oh my God, whoever the camera guy was has to... The Somali pirates ransacked Minnesota. Camera guy who pans to Ilhan Omar. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although
Oh
started
my
4
God.
months ago, I am officially
That's
announcing
amazing.
the war on fraud to be
wow.
led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance. He'll get it done. And we're able to find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota
Oh my God,
remind us
dude.
that there are large parts of the world where corruption and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA.
All right, I found another angle. All right, here's another angle of what they were screaming about.
Sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords.
Bro!
all over our
Is she screaming, you killed Americans because they got their retarded jihadi Karen retard militants to charge and commit suicide by cop? Oh my God, they're actually delusional retards. Ilhan Omar, your father perpetrated a genocide in Somalia, okay? Like, these people have no morals whatsoever. It's unbelievable.
And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah.
Wow, dude.
Delilah Coleman was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up.
Wow, dude. Dude, Trump is killing it, by the way. Damn. No, it's unbelievable.
Thank you, Delilah.
Like, we're not even living in the same reality, these people.
Do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
Base, dude. Base. That's right. Huge. Huge. It should have never happened. Never.
And yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country.
Terrible,
we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored.
He's right.
Terrible.
He's right.
Hard to believe it.
One of the big tragedies is that the media refused to discuss the victims of people that are coming into our country illegally because they're so desperate to push their agenda of flooding our country with illegals to steal elections and grab power. It's one of the biggest scandals in American history. It really is.
Actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Lisbeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Lisbeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life. Violently and viciously.
I can't even imagine it.
Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our
every single one of them.
At record
they all
numbers,
have to go.
And we're getting them
they all
the
gotta
hell out
go.
of here fast. We don't
every
want
single
them.
one. But Nux, they're not all dangerous, but why would you take the chance? Why would you take the chance? Heartbreaking. We don't know who's in our country.
Thank you very much.
Dude, the left wouldn't stand for a mother whose daughter was murdered? Like what the fuck, dude?
Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance.
That's
if
right.
If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world.
Totally correct.
The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress.
He's not wrong.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, look, you could complain that he's not doing enough, and God, I complain. But this dude saved America.
As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually.
Yeah.
Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers.
They actually just
Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice.
That's right.
We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, pretty large snowstorm out there.
True.
One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe.
He's right.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislature to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support.
Oh, he's checkmate.
First duty of
That's checkmate.
the American government is to protect American citizens,
There it
not
is!
illegal aliens.
There it is. Wait, hold up. Let's see it. They're all sitting. No way. They fell for the checkmate. It's over. It's over, dude. They would let the orcs into our shire and rape our hobbits to death. Quite literally. Oh my God. That's amazing. Checkmate. Not a single one. Oh my God. Look at this. That's horrifying. Look at all these retards. Dude, quite literally, he said that our job is to protect American citizens. That's literally all he said. Harrowing moment. Let them sit in it. That's right. Let them sit in it. Don't start the next topic. Just stare at them. Know who our enemy is. Wow. You see Marco Rubio glaring at them? Holy shit, bro. Look at them. They're incredulous. They can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. The enemy from within, man. Dude, look at Marco. He's just glaring at them. He's just glaring. He's like, are you insane? Dude, they're traitors. These people are straight up traitors. I would not be opposed, personally. I would not be opposed if Trump arrested these people for being traitors to our nation. I would not be opposed to that. They literally are confirming through their actions that these retards would fight for illegal aliens over American citizens, and they're supposed to be our representatives. And I think, in my opinion, we need drastic action because this is unacceptable. That's right, let them sit in it. Let them stew in it, man.
Isn't that a shame?
Dude, that was like a solid 2 minutes of those retards exposing themselves to the world. That's some treason shit.
You should be ashamed of yourself, not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
True.
That is why I'm also...
Right, all these retards with their virtue signaling and their screaming, and I'm anti-racist. I can't read just like black people. I still can't believe Gavin Newsom... I still can't believe Gavin Newsom tried to get away with this. This is unbelievable. No one saw this coming. This is truly insane. Yeah, no, but like the craziest thing is like all these people with all their screaming and all their virtue signaling, and they would let the orcs rape us to death.
Asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals.
That's
and
right.
enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords,
Ilhan Omar screaming again in the background. Holy fuck, they have to deport this bitch.
Murderers all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
He's right. And sanctuary cities. Straight facts. Oh, silence, Donald Trump. There is a black woman speaking. Dude.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
Yeah. That's just basic common sense. That's the voter ID one. Basic common sense.
Stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. The cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant.
True.
It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID.
It's that simple. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, and when they're not, the dogs are voting.
All voters must show proof of citizenship in
Duh.
order to vote.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious. How is this even controversial?
And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None.
God, he's so based.
And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
Yeah.
And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel
And they're calling him Islamophobic.
snow. They got hit hard.
Yeah.
Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to
That's
show
right.
2 original forms of ID
Yo!
and a Social Security card.
That's right, dude.
Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all.
They want
voting
ID
in
to
America.
shovel
No,
snow,
it's
but not for voting,
No
bro.
good. Both Republicans
Oh,
and
my
Democrats
God.
overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Yeah. These guys are screaming about democracy, and now they're literally pushing to steal elections. It's honestly insane. And then Donald Trump said, "Let me see how hard I cooked the Dems last night." That's Trump as he clicks on the new Nuxanor video that you're currently watching right now. Definitely subscribe.
And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they
cheat.
want to cheat. There's
Quite
only one
literally,
reason.
to cheat.
They make
Oh, or either that or because what Gavin Newsom said. He said black people are retarded and can't read, which is why they're too dumb to get ID, according to Gavin Newsom. All right, but I have one thing to say to Gavin Newsom. Black people are not apes. All right, Gavin, you hear me? Disgusting. I spit on thee.
make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things.
What?
You almost say, what imagination
Oh,
they have.
shit.
They want to cheat. They have cheated.
Stop
and
raping,
their
sir.
policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And
True.
we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
Stop raping, sir. Damn. And then the left is like,
And here is
"No."
one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents.
Bro, someone just hold on. Someone just told me that on the official news broadcast, they panned to this guy. This is Mr. McBride, a trans member of Congress. They refuse to call their daughter a boy. Camera pans to this guy. Somali pirates. Cut steel on Omar. Bro, that camera guy is a legend.
Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter...
We're at war with the judiciary. Left-wing judges taking children from their parents because the school convinced the child into cutting their penis off. Like, think about the level of demonic shit that we're fighting in our country.
Was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home.
Oh my God,
and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University.
Heartbreaking.
Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
What an absolute failure. Okay. Damn.
And thank you for your great
call to a wraith, Graphitum. Thank you for the subs.
Bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him?
True.
But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about it?
It's honestly insane.
We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
It's such a nightmare. We have to stop. Dude, when they say Trump brought the receipts, he literally brought the receipts.
These people...
Keen, thanks for the raid.
I'm telling you, they're crazy.
They're crazy. He's right. They're not even living in reality. Men or women and illegal aliens are worth more than Americans. It's unbelievable.
Amazing. Incredible.
They're crazy people.
Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh?
Yeah, we did. Well, we didn't stop it. We're delaying it. We have a lot of work to do, man.
No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it?
Hey.
Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous...
You know what else we're launching? Illegal aliens. We're releasing the trebuchets. We point them south and we launch illegals into one of the Mexicos.
Really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot.
Dude, she's great.
Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators...
We all know why. It's because Trump does the dirty work, all right? She'll be out there be like, we have to protect kids, and then Trump will be like, get rid of the rapists! All right, and now the... I mean, we know what polls better, okay?
Every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future.
It's good.
Tonight we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both, and Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, she's been great. You're gonna see, bro. Give this guy a couple of years. Give him a decade. Baron Trump will be Lisan Il Gaib. You'll see. All right, everyone thinks Trump is the main character. No. It's this guy. This guy's the main character. We are currently in his backstory. You'll see. Like, God selected this man, saved Trump's life a couple of times. Here we have Barron Trump. He's like 8'6". All right, you don't understand.
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God.
That's right, baby.
Tremendous renewal.
Tremendous revival of faith in God. Straight facts. Dude, we weren't even allowed to talk about God in public.
Especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
It's still heartbreaking, man.
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin.
All right, I see already people in my chat telling me about Candace Owens making a whole conspiracy theory that Erica Kirk killed her husband. Let me read you a Bible verse, okay? Let me read you a Bible verse. Exodus 22:22. Do not take advantage of the widow or the fatherless. Exodus 22:23. If you afflict them in any way, and they cry unto me, I will surely hear their cry and kill you with the sword. All right. So, anyway, that's my stance on the retards and demons that are attacking Erica Kirk. All right. It's truly horrifying.
And martyred.
If Candace Owens could read, she would probably be very offended by this.
Really martyred for his beliefs.
He's right. He's right. They killed Charlie Kirk because he preached the name of God in public. And there's no other reason why they killed him. That's it. That's literally it. Right? He goes out there and he reads Genesis. Male and female, he made them. And then you have some trans fucking gay furry murder him. It's the most horrifying thing ever. All right? Like, it's truly horrifying. But, but that's the most noble of possible ways to go. Heartbreaking as it is.
His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
It's heartbreaking, man.
Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God.
That's right.
And we must totally reject political violence of any kind.
100%. Look at that! He turned down the temperature! Wow! Wow, guys, he turned down the temperature! Now you do it! Now you do it, retards! It's both sides! Unbelievable. Unbelievable the amount of violence we had to do. We had to go for. And yes, it is one nation under God. And yes, our nation is founded on biblical values and principles. And yes, there are demons that are trying to destroy that exact part of what our nation is.
We love religion, and we love bringing it back. And it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible.
That's right.
It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zarutska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter.
Oh my God! I still can't believe they brought her here, dude.
So beautiful! What a beautiful young woman. Irina fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster
Yep,
who
that's
had been
right.
arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail,
That's right.
stood up and viciously slashed
Wow,
a
dude.
knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget there were people on that train.
And if that video, if that video wouldn't have been posted on Twitter, none of us would have even known it happened.
No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the
What a
last seconds
nightmare.
of her life. She
Oh
died
my God.
instantly.
And that's all because these woke judges are releasing these fucking criminals again and again and again.
She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal, set free to kill in America.
right.
Came
That's
in
right.
through open borders. Mrs.
Even not open borders. I mean, open borders, true, but even not open borders. It's not just the open borders. We have this entire system of judges and woke retards that are quite literally fighting for the criminals and fighting to release the criminals back into the public.
Zaretska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
Unbelievable. Actually heartbreaking. I'm telling you, man, these judges, they ruined it for me. They ruined it for me. I used to not be sexist, and now every time I see a woman judge, I'm like, all right, here we go. It's honestly heartbreaking. Dude, this is a nightmare.
How do you not stand?
God, he's so right. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure.
What the fuck? I can't believe it. I didn't even like think about it. I'm like actually getting emotional thinking about that video again, and this mom crying over her daughter.
I'm asking this Congress.
Holy shit! They didn't stand for the mother of Irina Zarutska. like we have to cohabitate with these people. We have to live in society with these people. Like actual scum. Like actual scum.
To pass tough.
And she wasn't even like a right-wing pundit like Charlie Kirk who was preaching the gospel in public or whatever. She was just a random everyday person, massacred, murdered by a monster that was released because a woke judge needed to release this guy 1 million times.
Legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
Yeah. We got to reopen the asylums, man. Reopen the asylums. Dude. One Democrat standing. John Fetterman. The only Democrat standing.
Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
Yeah, it's almost like arresting criminals does the job, huh? Crazy. You mean to tell me if you arrest criminals, they stop killing people?
Is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago.
Wow. That's incredible. How could you be how could these people be pro-murder? These people sitting are literally pro-murder. It's like, what's their excuse? It's abortion is fine. It's only a clump of cells. Dog, we're all clumps of cells, man. We're all clumps of cells.
I'd like to hear that. One of the
actually
brave
sick
service
people.
members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom.
Killed by an
After
Afghan
a
migrant.
4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country.
Right. That's right.
And all because she wore the uniform of our nation. She was shot.
That's right.
He traveled here.
They hate us because that's who
they
are and that's who we are.
Uniform.
That's right.
He was sick.
No, it's racist. No. Their literal doctrine says conquer us and kill us. It's not me being racist. It's literally respecting their culture enough to know that they're serious when they say they want to kill us.
Have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital.
That's right.
And we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Evalie. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Heartbreaking. And these poor parents.
So sorry. Thank you very much. She's a great young lady. I saw reports that were like perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it.
Yeah, I was sure he was a
Two
goner.
of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night, and she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone, but his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying, and after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melody? She turned out to be right.
Thank God. Legend. Thank God. Dude took a bullet to the head for our country. And to think, we have to deal with all of this because of woke empathy. Isn't that unbelievable? Almost every single thing that he mentioned so far is something that we only had to deal with because of empathy of the left. The empathy that brought in the Afghan migrants, and the empathy that brings in that opens the borders to bring in the rapists and killers. The empathy of the left that cares about transgenders so much they'll kill Charlie Kirk. The empathy of the left that releases criminals and killed Irina Zarutska. It's like every single one of these situations, it's not like just some random act of violence. It's unbelievable.
Amazing, actually. I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death. And we're talking about the edge of death.
Thank God.
On his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much. So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Base. Deserved. You know, Donald Trump has empathy. Donald Trump has empathy for this mother that was crying over her child. Empathy for this kid who got shot in the line of duty. Right? Like, this is empathy. Empathy isn't letting foreign rapists into our country to massacre us. Oh my God. Bro, they gave a Purple Heart to the family of the girl that was murdered. Oh my God.
We love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. In my first 10 months,
True.
I ended 8 wars, including
We've
Cambodia.
captured one El Presidente.
Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared.
All right. Yeah, they did good. They did good.
And I also want to
That's his son-in-law.
thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
Dude, Marco's been killing it. Oh my God, big Marco. You are no longer little Marco. You are big Rubius. Large Marcus. That's right. Deserved.
People like you. You know, Marco got 100% of the votes when he was in Congress.
Bro's gonna be the
I
next
think our next
president.
one was about
We'll see,
54%.
He'll be a
And
president.
some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy.
Yeah, because he's so successful.
And
It's
he
crazy.
said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco?
Yeah,
You have
Drew.
done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever.
Yeah, he's been incredible. So humble, too. You know, he doesn't want to stand, he doesn't want the spotlight. You know, he doesn't do like the broad, grand press conferences thing.
Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that?
Yeah, thank God.
Nobody thought it was possible. Nobody thought that was possible. Both living and dead. And those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living.
Yeah.
It was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, only because of
going through bodies all over.
Big Donald.
Passing up.
True.
100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And
right, didn't do that under
they
Biden.
Finally got it back to 27.
Dude, he made Hamas terrorists dig through corpses to find the hostages that they've already buried, in order to stop the war.
And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job. And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president.
Never would have happened.
Never happened.
Never happened if I were president.
As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
Oh, we hammered those bastards. Dude, and these guys, they're just pro-Islamic terrorists having nuclear weapons. That's what all these guys are. It's honestly, look at John Fetterman, the only one standing. The rest of these guys all want Iran to have nukes. It's crazy.
Good. For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protests. 32,000 protesters in their own country. Yeah. They shot him, and
for the record, that's more civilians dead because Iran massacred them than civilians dead in like Gaza during the course of the entire war with Israel. All right, that's unbelievable. Those goat fucking terrorist sand people, monsters, actual monsters.
Hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence, but this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America.
They're trying.
After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again. And are at this moment, again, pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
Damn, bro. them standing up one by one. Because how could you
My
side with
preference is
people that want
solve
to
this
annihilate
problem
us?
through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
Yeah, that's right. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. He's been pretty consistent about this. I gotta say.
And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective.
True. That's right. These idiots think that you could just make peace in the world by just rolling over and dying. We bombed them. We declared pedo delito, and we dropped a bomb on goat fuckers and pedophiles.
In Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces. Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason. Because, as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country. And NATO countries are friends and allies. They are. They're our friends and they're our allies. Have just agreed.
Yeah, they're just gay and they've manipulated
strong
us.
Request
And, sorry.
to pay 5%
Not
of
anymore.
GDP for military
And now they pay
defense rather than the
2%.
2%, which they weren't paying. We
That's
were paying
right.
for almost all
He's
of
right.
that.
We were funding
Now
the
they're paying
world's
5
bullshit.
as opposed to not paying 2.
Nope, not anymore. Yep, that's right.
And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying the freight of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently.
Like I said before, Trump brought a love for America back to America. He really reignited patriotism. He brought nationalism back. You know, we used to be like this group of limp-dicked retards that were just sitting back and being like, no, actually, it's better to not be proud of our country because imperialism and slavery and shit. And he really brought it back to the mainstream.
Received a warrior dividend of $1,776. You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things, a lot of money we have. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, what's the number? $1,775. I said, wait a minute. For $1 more, we can have $1,776.
Dude, he likes the
I
fancy
said, we're going to
stuff,
figure
man.
that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. $1 more. I said $1,776. And I said, that's good. And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it. So we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement. We love our firemen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also...
Yeah.
We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico. have been controlled by murderous drug cartels.
That's right.
That's why I designated these cartels
as terrorist
foreign
organizations.
terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
He's so right. He's so right. They're killing... Dude, look at these leftoids. They're sitting. They're not cheering. They so quite literally want the borders open to flood us with drugs that are killing us by the tens of thousands. This is insanity. Dude, look at these people. They're just actually pro-cartel. Yeah, you can't even make this up.
And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that.
Yep.
We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore.
That's right. All that
We've also
hoax.
taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January.
El Mencho is gone. I don't know, man. I think he counts for... look, you know, El Mencho's February. All right, we got Maduro in January. All right. I think El Mencho should count for, like, the February Presidente, because he was really the guy controlling Mexico behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should count. All right. Like, I was certain that Khomeini would be the El Presidente of February, but look, man, maybe Trump didn't want to, like, rush it because, you know, February is, like, a short month, so maybe he's saving Khomeini for March. That's possible. Look, I don't judge. I don't judge. As long as we get one El Presidente per month, we put them in carbonite, we hang their balls in the Oval Office or some shit, I support it, absolutely.
January, elite American warriors.
What about international law?
Dude,
Dude, I actually had someone in my chat say, what about international law? Do you not know my stance on international law? International law is fake and gay. It doesn't exist if you're the country with the most nukes. Okay, that's just the rules. That's just, I don't... No! Call the international law police! All right, we'll see. Maybe they'll get involved. All right, call the international law police. Let's see how that happens.
The most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power.
Oh, no, you killed the guy that's massacring us by the tens of thousands. What about the international law? All right.
In world history, no one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very good.
I'm sure they did.
They couldn't believe, they all watched. They saw what happened. This is a different fighting force that we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it.
That's
Look
right.
at Space Force. Space Force is my baby. Because we did that.
Yeah.
My baby, it's becoming so important.
We are going to colonize Mars. We will call it the Red Planet of America. We're going to go there, and that's how it works. And you will have to pay tariffs if you want to enter Mars. I'm sorry. That's just how it works. We claimed the land. We colonized it. Planet
And
Orange.
America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy.
That's
with
right.
Fighters.
Where was international law when Maduro was massacring Venezuelans? Where was international law when Gondor fell, okay? Where was international law when that was happening? I'm sorry, man. I don't give a shit if the United Nations wrote a strongly worded letter against a dictator, all right? This shit is fake and gay.
To end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to
That's
face
right. He's
American
gone.
justice.
That's right. They got him. Look at the leftists. They're not even standing up. Dude, this guy was a dictator. An illegal, unelected dictator, communist, terrorist. Oh my God. And the left is sitting there, leave my narco-terrorist alone.
And this was an absolutely colossal victory for
Yes,
the
it was.
security of the United
Yes, it
States.
was.
And it also
Absolutely.
opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for
That's right.
both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the
That's a
regime's
surprise. You mean a dictator
really
was
infamous
killing his
prison in
political
Caracas.
opponents? That's crazy.
Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already,
And they're gay.
with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person.
That is
Enrique.
Dude, this guy is the greatest showman.
Please come down.
No one does it like the Donald. Oh my God. From a Venezuela dungeon to the State of the Union. Wow, dude. Incredible stuff. You get an uncle. You get an uncle. You get an uncle. Everyone gets an uncle. And they're literally sitting. He literally got this guy out of a communist dictator torture dungeon, and the retards are sitting. I don't even understand. I thought Trump didn't like immigrants. Yeah, Trump doesn't dislike immigrants. He dislikes illegal immigrants, especially if they're rapists, especially if they come from the third world.
Thank you, Enrique. Have a good time. Nice to have you back,
There's a lot of overlap between rapists and third world, by the way. I don't know if you caught on that.
Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes.
That's right.
It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming.
They hit
were
them
all
with
set.
the discombobulator.
But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor.
Ooh.
Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover,
Okay.
planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit
Damn.
of the first
the
helicopter.
goat.
A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a
Fire the
massive
goy
Chinook,
beam.
carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good?
Yeah, that's
While
an
preparing
understatement.
to land,
That's an
enemy machine
understatement.
guns fired from every
God
angle.
damn.
And Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another.
Wow.
He absorbed 4 agonizing shots,
Damn.
shredding his leg into numerous pieces.
Legend.
And
Oh
yet,
my
despite
God.
the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of
Yeah,
flying a
legs
helicopter.
are important. It's true.
To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine guns stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, 2 machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes.
Wow.
Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash
Wow, dude.
deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. We probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out.
Oh my God.
The
What a
success of the
legend.
entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinged
The
on
GOAT.
Eric's ability to take
What?
the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs. Of the bullets and keep on flying and landing, and people knew what was happening.
Dude, that's
Everybody
crazy.
in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle.
What
Chief
a
Warrant
legend.
Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy.
Literal
Eric,
badass.
And Amy, come on in.
The GOAT. That's actually crazy. Like, that's some hero shit. Dude, what a legend. Sorry, Mr. President, it took a while to get him in. We had to widen the doors to fit his gigantic balls.
So we have a surprise for Eric and Amy.
Oh?
In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General...
We will let you deport one Democrat of your choosing. It could be anyone. We don't judge. It's whichever one you want. All right? In recognition of your great deeds, we will let you deport one Democrat, and you could fly the plane. That would be your call.
Jonathan Braga, to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, that's pretty good, too. That's pretty good, too. Now, you could trade it in. You could trade in the Medal of Honor. Trade it in to deport one Democrat. It's your call. Dude, legend. What a legend. Super deserved. I don't know. You look at this guy, you know he's a man of God. You know this man was fighting for God and country. A lot of people are saying he has that walker because he got shot in the leg a couple of times, but actually it's to help carry his gigantic... Okay, all right. All right, we got the idea.
Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg, we have it back, we brought it back. We
That's
won
right.
the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too.
They
And
wanted
10 of Eric's
transgenders for
fellow
everyone.
warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be
God, they're
receiving
so
medals at
gay.
a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House, and Eric will be there. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly
He was
extraordinary
referring
American
to...
patriots.
He was actually not referring to his size or his honor, but he was referring to the size of his colossal... All right, okay.
Yes, but
All right, we
there
can't
is
do it
one
3
last
times.
living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator. Navy fighter pilot Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and
oh my God,
almost
what a
destroyed the
legend!
others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
That's awesome, dude. 4 planes by himself in a blizzard. Dude, when I see these old guys, man, I think about how they fought for their country, and then they had to live with their country under Biden. Humiliated, cucked, and weak. Military humiliated. And now America's back. I don't know if Trump's the guy or if he's the lead up to the guy, but we're going to get a guy, and our country's back. You get a Medal of Honor. You get a Medal of Honor. Look at this legend. Look at this absolute legend. And now we have a communist as the mayor of New York City. Not for long, not for long. You too can trade your Medal of Honor to deport 1 communist of your choosing. That's awesome. Hey, look at this guy. Finally has his moment in the spotlight. What a legend. He deserves this for sure. God, I love our country. Where was this energy? I don't remember this energy for years. Wow, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you, Royce, and thank you, Eric. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it. But if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much,
awesome.
Eric. Thank you. Thank you.
Well deserved, Royce. You're the GOAT.
250 years is a long time in the life of a nation, but in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history.
True.
2 of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight.
That's right.
Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom. The strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history.
Yeah.
Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness.
Right. We built civilization from the savages. All right, sorry, I don't want to be racist here or anything, but they were like killing babies.
Settled a boundless frontier and tamed the beautiful but very,
we
very
tamed it, that's right. We didn't migrate here. We're not immigrants, okay? All right, get out of here. Immigrants, please.
From empty marshes and wide open plains.
Immigrants come from a shithole to a beautiful society, all right? We did the opposite. We turned a shithole into a beautiful society. All right, okay, all right.
Raised up the...
Democrats are like, that's not true, Mr. President. We're still killing babies. All right, dude.
World's greatest cities. Together we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies.
That's
and
right.
We liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror.
True.
Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel.
Yeah.
And then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with...
Probably. Bro, no! Dude, they cannot take this down while I'm watching it.
Captivated the
Those
planet
bastards.
with American culture. And now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country.
That's right.
And who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs.
That's
right. For
right.
years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside. But that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge.
That was a fire line. I don't know who wrote that. When God needs a nation to work its miracles, he knows who to ask. Wow, dude. And I mean, to be fair, that's just a fact. Straight fact. America's making the world a better place.
Americans cannot overcome. No frontier too vast for us to conquer. No dream too bold for us to chase. No horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot.
Oh, he's cooking.
And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Dude, that was incredible. That was the best State of the Union address I've heard in my life. And it's not even close. Absolute cinema. One nation under God. Wow, dude, that's amazing. That is incredible. And also, the results are in. Apparently, reaction to Trump's State of the Union speech by the CNN poll. 63% positive, 36% negative. Oh my, we are so back. Woke is so dead. Oh my God, dude, that's incredible. Anyway, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Definitely subscribe. I cover all the things in the best ways possible. All right, I offend retards, and retards get offended by me. It's a great combination. All right, they like getting offended for a living, and I like offending them for a living, and it all works out. So definitely subscribe. We got lots of retards to make fun of. God bless America, and he's right. 250 years, that's just the beginning. See you in the next one. Bye.